Okay, this is Nathan. Week 1, part 2 of the Bearded Dragon growth chart video log thing. Alright, so this is Draco, as you saw in the last video. He's the Bearded Dragon. He's just a baby right now, a week old, or possibly 3 weeks old. We think he's 2 weeks old when we got him. Just kind of an estimate. And today we're going to talk about things that you might want to know about this little guy, and things that most people won't tell you. But I'm not going to go through all the requirements you need to have one. I mean, there's like 10,000 videos out there like that. I'm just going to tell you guys some facts you probably didn't know, and some things that why or why not you personally might want to get him. Or, well, not him personally, because he's mine, but a Bearded Dragon. So, if you want a Bearded Dragon, I'd go with he's not too much work, but, he's a tiny bit. Basically, you gotta turn off his lights at night. So it's kind of good to have a habit, make that habit before you go to bed, and, or when it gets dark out anyway, because if you stay up all night, he's not going to be able to sleep, and that's not going to be good. He can eat crickets, but very small crickets, the pinhead crickets I feed him right now. You feed him 5 a day. Now, I know some people say like 25 a day. That's not good. You see, the thing about bearded dragons is they're desert creatures, and in the desert, food is scarce. So they're hardwired to eat as much food as they possibly could. They would eat 10,000 crickets if they could. And if you let them, if you just put them in a huge bin. Now, if you feed them mealworms when they're this size, and they're like the super worms, they're too big, and he probably won't be able to get it down. And you have, a little squirming piece of, worm in your tank, and that won't be good. But I'm not sure how big wax worms are, but you might possibly be able to feed them, because I think waxworms are small, or when they're babies anyway. Because when the bearded dragons are fully grown, you can feed them super worms. Also, if you have one in your tank and you pick it up, and that little spot under his chin, let me see if you can see it there. No, you can't. But it looks kind of spiky, like a beard almost. It turns very dark, or if they start to hiss or make noises, put him and or her back. This bearded dragon is not happy if it does that. Mine has not, but I know some people get theirs from bad breeders, and it does not turn out good. Also, these guys, when they're very dark in color, it means they're cold. You should probably put them on their perch, or you may not have enough light in there, or in the right spots. Also, if they're a very light color, it means they're too hot, and you might want to open it up and put him in the middle and let him decide where to go. Same with the dark. Also, if you see your bearded dragon, now a lot of people don't say this anywhere at all, but I looked this up because this concerned me when he started doing this. If he sits up on his perch and his mouth is open and he's a very light color, he's not always a light color, but if his mouth is open and he's just sitting there on his perch, it means he is hot. See, they don't have sweat glands, so this is how they ventilate heat. So if that's fine, if he's doing that or she, just take them and put them in the middle and let them decide if they're going to go to cold or if they're going to go to a different height. If they go back up there, just let them go. If their mouth is open, they just want to cool off but stay up there. Also, you're going to need a hiding spot for these guys. It's recommended to the cool side, even though they usually sleep in there too. Don't put anything that's round in here, because on these corners, like here, especially back here, when I had that ghetto flower pot, the crickets would sit behind there, because they knew the bearded dragon couldn't get back there. So you end up with like 7 crickets, mealworms, whatever, in the back of your tank, and your bearded dragon is hungry, so you gotta spend like 15 minutes trying to dig him out from back there. It's not good. Also, food dish. It's good if he doesn't eat it by the end of the day. Just wash it out and put it back. And the carpet, clean it at least twice a week. I obviously need to clean it soon. The water, every single day, switch out the water. And make sure that your water is not too high. Very low. Because your bearded dragon will probably go inside of it. And if it is too high, it will drown your bearded dragon. Because they might not be able to get out. Well, they probably can, but I don't even know how it works. I just know that they could possibly drown in there. It's like right here, that's a bit high for a perch to be. Like I said, this is going to be moved to a bigger tank soon. Or when he's in a big juvenile or an adult, we're going to get a bigger tank and it's going to fit good. But for now, we just kind of made it as low as we can. Don't worry, that looks insecure. It might crush him, but it can't. Trust me. You might think it could crush him, but it can't. It's safe. Let's see, another thing. If you put crickets in there, or raising crickets, that's what I was gonna say. So, if you want to have crickets in your house, it's good to just buy them and get a container like this. And if you put an apple slice in there, just put a little apple slice and change it out every day. Alright, they're gonna eat the apple slice, but it gets kind of rotten, and then they won't eat it. They'll have a bunch of dead crickets in there like I made the mistake of last time. Just change out the apple every day. Crickets should be fine. I usually just take the little egg carton and kind of tap it until the crickets fall in the tank. Like I said before, remember, 5 to 6 a day. Do not feed them 25 crickets a day. Now remember, this is the baby. I don't know how it works with the adult. I'm going to have to do more research on that. But it's probably more than that as an adult. But never ever feed these guys like 26 crickets. I think it's the same as the adult actually, now that I think about it, but you just have large crickets. So, that's my little thing on basic care and growth of Draco for this week. So I'll see you guys later.